Ich habe jetzt Brian, einen der Game Designer vom neuen WWE 12 hier bei mir. Brian, you're working on WWE 12. What's going to be new and improved in this game?
Oh man, where to even start and begin? We've got so much stuff that we're doing new this year. Outside of it, of course, being a new name. SmackDown vs. Raw was cool for its time, but it's onwards and upwards, bigger and better. This year we're rebranding the name. It's WWE 12. With that name change, we've got a brand new control scheme. We've got a brand new gameplay elements, such as a brand new breaking point submission system. Last year we've had the same submission system, the struggle submission. This year we're upping that with a brand new system, kind of more of a traditional submission system that incorporates button mashing. But the thing that's really cool about it is that now for the very first time, and not only our game, but I think any wrestling game as far as I can remember, you can now perform a manual crawl to the ropes to try to get that rope break, which adds to the drama of the situation. You know, your fate is in your hands, which just gives players that much more control over their fate in the ring.
So there's been WWE versus SmackDown, and there's been now WWE All-Stars. And since there's WWE All-Stars, is WWE 12 going to move in more of a direction of being a simulation? Since, you know, All-Stars is more for the arcade kind of player?
That's exactly what All-Stars was. Even back to SmackDown vs. Raw's type of gameplay. Because SmackDown vs. Raw was a simulation game. That was for the WWE fans who wanted their kind of authentic WWE experience with, you know, the real kind of guys modeled as they actually look. So with WWE 12, we're taking the same approach. You know, WWE All-Stars, fantastic game. It was very over the top, very kind of balls to the wall, just crazy, right? It looked like a comic book come to life. WWE 12 is going to offer just as compelling a gameplay, but in a more realistic atmosphere and setting. So for those that are looking for that, you know, that simulation, that authentic, you know, approach to the squared ring, WWE 12 is where you're going to find it.
Are we still going to see some old school superstars in WWE 12?
Well, you know, I can't talk too much about the rosters right now. We're just now unveiling, you know, the gameplay side of the game this year. But, you know, like SmackDown vs. Raw before it, you know, we'll always sprinkle in some legends here and there. So even though I can't say who, yeah, we always like to keep some surprises up our sleeves.
Can you tell us anything about multiplayer, what we can expect there, different modes, any of that sort?
I can't say that, of course, there will be multiplayer. It's not going to be a WWE game without a robust multiplayer feature set. But outside of that, I can't really get into too many more specifics. You guys just have to wait and see.
All right. Maybe can you tell us one thing about this game that you haven't told anyone else yet that you think that is very dear to you, you think is a great feature?
Two things. Can I give you two things? Please. Two things. Okay. The first thing that's very near and dear to my heart, and hopefully I think near and dear to anybody who's ever played a wrestling game, we have an all-new limb targeting system this year. And what that means is that for the first time ever, you can actually pick a limb, an arm, a leg, a head, and work it in a match to damage it, to create these, you know, gameplay side effects to your opponent. So it just adds a lot more, you know, strategy and depth to how you proceed in a match. Like if you want to be that submission expert, you know, work that leg in a match, you know, attack it, critically damage it, and then clamp on that submission and get that victory. Nice. The second thing that I'm really happy about and excited about are what we call the wake-up taunts. Now what these are special taunts you can perform that can be used to make your opponent stand up into a groggy position. Basically having him feet up for you so you can perform your signature move, your finisher. It's something that you see in wrestling all the time, and I'm happy to say that we finally got that represented in WWE 12.
When will the game be released?
The game will be coming out November 22nd.
All right, thank you, Brian. Good luck on finishing the game. We're looking forward to playing it and getting a version of it in our little gaming testing area. Ja, sehr, sehr abgefahren. Also man kann jetzt auch einzelne Körperteile anvisieren und richtig demolieren und platt machen. Das wird sicherlich viele Wrestling-Fans freuen. Wir sind gespannt drauf, ob mit dem Namenwechsel eben auch jetzt nochmal ganz neuer, frischer Wind reinkommt. Der Brian sagt zumindest, sie versuchen, sie möchten da viel Neues reinklatschen. Ob das dann so sein wird, ja, das werden wir dann hoffentlich sehen, wenn das Teil bei uns einschneit, wenn wir endlich eine Review-Version bekommen. Jetzt muss ich gerade da hingucken, da sind Frauenpopos. Oh.